licensed to New Bern, North Carolina.
I'm Dr. Kyle Harner from Carolina Arthritis Center. Living with arthritis or joint pain doesn't have to limit your life. At Carolina Arthritis Center in Greenville, we're Eastern North Carolina's only private, single-specialty rheumatology clinic dedicated exclusively to your joint health. Our experienced team offers comprehensive care all under one roof, from consultations and joint injections to on-site laboratory, x-ray, bone density testing, and our specialized infusion suite. No more running around to multiple locations for your arthritis evaluation. When you need expert rheumatology care, choose the specialist who focus solely on conditions like yours every single day. Carolina Arthritis Center, where your mobility and comfort are our main priority. Call 252-321-8474 or visit carolina-arthritis.com to schedule your consultation today. Again, that number is 252-321-8474. Carolina Arthritis Center, where your journey to health begins.
Good morning, good morning, good morning, Greenville. Good morning, Pitt County. Good morning, Eastern North Carolina. Good morning, North Carolina. Good morning, the United States of America. Good morning, North America. And good morning to the rest of the entire world. Yes, you're welcome to the best, the most amazing, the most incredible show on a Saturday morning. This is Pitt Perspectives on Awesome Radio Network, 107.5 FM and 1570 AM, WECU. And as always, special shout out to everyone listening to us on 102.3 FM and 1450 AM, WNOS in New Bern and surrounding areas. As always, it's your man, your friend, your amigo, the man with the juice, the man with the sauce, the man them I call Victor Ihuka. And as always, I have my guys here, AY and Patrick. Yes, what's up, guys? How you guys doing?
Good morning. Good morning, Greenville. Good morning, North Carolina. Good morning to everyone listening to us. We're so excited to be here this morning. It's an amazing Saturday morning. It's graduation weekend, and we are here to give you the best radio show that you always enjoy on Saturday mornings. So I need you to call everyone around you, your friends, your neighbors, your family members. Tell them that your favorite radio crew is live and we're about to give you a wonderful show. It's been an exciting week.
Yeah.
Patrick, how's it go?
Yeah, good morning, good morning, good morning. This is Patrick once again on the 1, the 2, the 3, the Awesome Radio. It's an amazing Saturday morning. The week is concluding, closing week. You know, we don't have to study for no exams anymore.
Yeah, man.
You're coming back
man.
next semester.
And it's yes, we come back next semester, but it's a 3-month layoff. You know,
You gotta live in the moment, bro.
Yes, so yeah, we thank God for sure. But yeah, we're about to enjoy the show as always. It's going to be an amazing show, and let's get it on the road.
Yes. First things first. It's been a very interesting week, man. Yes, unfortunately, we lost someone very, very, very dear to our hearts. We lost our local American Grandma Ann Davis, who went to be with the Lord a week ago today. And I think after the show last week, we went to see her at the hospice. Yes, we want to take a moment to sort of celebrate her life. So yes, let's take a moment. Yes, Grandma, we know you are in the bosom of the Lord, and we appreciate you for all you have contributed to us. And I'm sure, you know, she always celebrated our wins. So yes, today we won't be mourning like those who have no hope, because we have hope in Jesus and the resurrection. So yes, I know she would be excited to see us, you know, get on it too on the show.
Yeah.
So yes, amazing stuff. And this weekend I graduated too with my second master's. Come on, one time for Victor! Oh man, it's been interesting. Yeah. So this weekend I graduated yesterday. Did the whole thing at the stadium. So today, I think at 1 to 2 p.m. we'll be doing the departmental graduation in Mendenhall. Hendricks Theater, and then 6 p.m. will be at the reception at St. James United Methodist Church, 2006th Street. It's a potluck, but you don't have to bring anything to come around. You should come around and see AY and Patrick too in person. But yes, amazing stuff. How's you guys' week been? I mean, I know it's been quite emotional and stuff, but with exams and stuff.
My own week started, it was very hectic, especially Monday and Tuesday. I had 2 papers on Monday and 1 on Tuesday. So it was, when I submitted my last one on Tuesday, it was like, God. But anyways, I'm grateful to God. And I thought I was going to rest afterwards. And then I started having to attend to, very domestic work and stuff. Not school work now, other responsibilities that I probably put away because of exams. I had to go back to all of that, rush to get them done. But
I mean, it seems like there is no rest in this life, man.
So, but I feel a bit more refreshed now. So
Okay.
Great stuff.
And I think there's something about not having something to submit every week, because that was my biggest hang up with school. There is always something to submit every.
Well, I feel like you
week.
said, is there like there will always be something to, maybe not submit, but there will always be something to do.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So yeah.
But yeah, it's gonna be an amazing time today. We're still live on Awesome Radio, and this is still Pitt Perspectives. We'll bring you a top community news recap right after the break. Boom.
I'm Dr. Kyle Horner from Carolina Arthritis Center. Are joint pain and stiffness holding you back? At Carolina Arthritis Center in Greenville, we're here to help you move forward. Our board-certified rheumatologists and trained nurse practitioners specialize in diagnosing and treating inflammatory arthritis, lupus, osteoporosis, and other autoimmune conditions. With on-site lab testing, digital x-rays, bone density scans, and infusion therapy, we provide comprehensive care all under one roof. Since 2001, we've been committed to personalized, compassionate care for patients across eastern North Carolina. Take the first step towards better health today. Call Carolina Arthritis Center at 252-321-8474, 252-321-8474, or visit carolina-arthritis.com. Carolina Arthritis Center, where your journey to health begins.
Hello, this is Akila speaking here from the Awesome Radio Network. We are your vehicle to help drive the gospel of Jesus throughout all the world and to every creature. If God has placed radio ministry on your heart, we'd love to connect with you. Our number is 252-756-3137. That's 252-756-3137. We are Awesome Radio. We're growing. Thank you for growing with us.
Yes, welcome back. In case you're just joining us, this is Pitt Perspectives on Awesome Radio Network, the show where we share stories, celebrate culture, and inspire community from right here in Greenville to the rest of the world. Now it's time for our top community news recap, proudly presented by Carolina Arthritis Center. Yes, Carolina Arthritis Center specializes in rheumatology and helping people across eastern North Carolina live healthier lives. Yes, Carolina Arthritis Center, where your journey to health begins. Yes, AY and Patrick, what's happening in the community this week?
Yes, the first news here says Pitt tourism spending keeps rising.
Yes, tourism spending in North Carolina reached a record $37.2 billion in 2025, beating the last year's numbers. State leaders say the increase is helping create jobs, support small businesses, and bring money into local communities across North Carolina. Here in Pitt County, tourism is also growing. Visit Greenville officials say spending is up about 3% so far this year, with ECU events, the Greenville Convention Center, and local attractions continuing to bring people into the area. Tourism leaders say Pitt County has now seen record tourism numbers for the past 3 years. Yes, moving on.
We also have Nipro expansion moves forward in Greenville.
Yes, Japanese medical company Nipro says the first phase of its new Greenville facility is still expected to open in November, even though rising tariffs on aluminum and equipment parts have increased costs. The company gave U.S. Representative Greg Murphy and local leaders a tour of the site this week. NIPRO says Greenville will become its long-term North American home, with future plans to expand production and create jobs. Pitt Community College is also partnering with the company to provide workforce training for future employees. Company leaders say they remain committed to the project and hope the facility helps establish Eastern North Carolina as a growing manufacturing and innovation hub. Yes, moving on.
Yes, the next news says county adds funding for school nurses and Chromebooks.
Yes, Pitt County Commissioners approved additional funding for Pitt County schools, including money for 3 school nurse positions and new Chromebooks for students. The board also added funding for school resource officers during budget workshops this week. School leaders say nurses are handling more complex medical needs since COVID, including diabetes care, emergency response, and medication management. Officials also say rising technology costs are making it harder to replace student devices, with Chromebook prices increasing because of growing demand for computer chips used in AI technology. Yes, in our last news of the day, guys.
Yes, in our final news, we have recent rains have brought relief for farmers in Eastern North Carolina.
Yes, after months of dry weather, recent rainfall across Eastern North Carolina is finally giving farmers some relief during planting season. Farmers say the rain has helped restore soil moisture and improve conditions for crops, fertilizers, and herbicides. Even with the recent rain, many areas are still several inches below normal rainfall for the year. Farmers also continue facing high fuel and fertilizer costs, while crop prices remain mostly unchanged. Still, many say they are staying hopeful and praying for more rain as the season continues. Yes, that's all we have for you today on our top community news recap, proudly presented by Carolina Arthritis Center, where your journey to health begins. Yes, amazing stuff. So, on the last news about the rainfall, I just thought it was fascinating how people just go about their lives, and maybe you go to Walmart or Food Lion or whatever grocery, your favorite grocery, and shop. But people don't realize all that goes into sort of bringing the food. So the farmer is praying for rain, is looking at the weather and all that. And we are hoping it doesn't rain on your special day and all that, you know. I think it's amazing stuff. Yes, this week on our Community Voices segment, presented by Adaptive Vital Care Solutions. Yes, Adaptive Vital Care Solutions. Care that adapts to life wherever you are. Yes, Adaptive Vital Care Solutions, they offer personalized, compassionate home care services designed to support independence, wellness, and dignity right where people feel most comfortable, at home and within their communities. Yes, we appreciate your support for conversations that matter. Yes, on our Community Voices segment this morning, presented by Adaptive Vital Care Solution, we are talking about big dreams and small habits. Do they match? Yes, as you all know, we all have dreams, we all have goals, and we all have ambitions, things we say we want for our lives. But if somebody quietly watched our everyday routine, would they actually believe our goals? That's sort of what we're talking about today. So we want to hear from you as always. If someone watched your daily routine, would they believe your goals? That's the first question. And then the second one is, what is one small habit you can start this week that actually matches your ambition? Yes, if someone watched your daily routine, would they believe your goals? And what is one small habit you can start this week that actually matches your ambition? That's all we'll be talking about today on the show. And as always, our calling numbers are still 252-756-2008, 252-756-2008. Yes, and you can drop a comment, you can drop your opinions and your ideas for us across chats, across all social media, YouTube, Facebook. We're everywhere. We're on Twitch too, streaming live. You can get us on all those platforms. Yes, so let's even start talking about the gap between dreams and action. Yes, if someone watched your daily routine, would they believe your goals? I feel like this topic today is a bit aspirational.
Yeah.
Right? I mean, how best to start this from, than from someone who is also aspirational. Someone I think could end up being like a motivational speaker or a man of God in the future. So, AY, let's start with you.
I'll give Victor props for that. That was a good setup. I thought he was leaning towards me, but the way the course of action changed to AY, he caught him off guard. It reminds me of that guy we are here in studio with.
Should I call you
Julius Onzima.
Yes, Pepe Julian Onzima. Please. Take
Yes,
it away,
yes,
AY.
yes. So
why are you?
so, and that guy is making a killing from like that whole
Yeah.
thing. So that's his claim to fame too. Yes. Yes. Let's start from you. You can sort of approach this any way you want. I know
Yes.
you.
So like they're always, okay, maybe not always, but like for this particular one, there are like two sides to it. When we
Right.
say small habits,
Right.
it could mean little things that count
Mm-hmm.
to become much. Small habits could also mean habits that are not consequential. Do you understand?
How do you mean? Explain.
So if you describe something as small,
Mm-hmm.
sometimes it means something,
Little
something not serious
in the moment.
in
yeah.
the moment, right?
Right.
So it could mean that habits that are little but will amount to much.
Small by mighty.
Yes, it could also mean habits that are not consequential. They're not adding up to anything. They're just random stuff.
Right.
Right. So it depends on which side you are looking at it from.
Right.
So on the one hand, you are looking at, like you said, the question: if somebody begins to look at your habits today or the
Right.
things you do daily, will they believe your goal or your vision or
Right.
whatever it is you set out to do?
Right.
So at the end of the day, those small habits could be good or bad. It could be small habits that are adding up to become something bad for you. That if they look at what you are doing today, you say you want to become. So for example, now someone like Victor that wants to become a politician and also a pastor.
Shot
in
fired.
a
Shots
church.
fired.
If you look at his habits today, is it leading up to him becoming a preacher that he claims to be?
Is it?
I mean, I'm asking you.
No. You started
I'm
it.
asking
You're
you.
saying it. What do you think?
I don't live with you. Maybe we should ask your
And
cat.
the ones you've said. Wow. Wow. You will hear from me.
So yes, we're even now. But anyways, you get the idea. So
Right.
like when you look at someone's daily habits, the interesting thing is we don't know that these things are counting. Or maybe we know, but it's more subconscious than it is conscious.
Right.
So we're not really, you don't wake up every day saying, okay, these are the things that add up to my life.
Right.
But at the end of the day, those things are the things that will take you to where you want to be at the end
Right.
of the day. They are little, but they amount to much.
Right.
I think the most important thing that I have learned personally is to, I think we would have to.
Yes, we're still live on Awesome Radio Network, and we'll continue hearing from the future preacher right when we get back from the break. Don't touch that dial.
Not
Boom.
every job changes lives, but this one does. At Adaptive Vital Care Solutions, our caregivers do more than provide support. They bring comfort, companionship, and peace of mind to families when they need it most. Whether you're a CNA, a nursing student, or simply someone with the heart for helping others, there's a place for you here. We offer flexible schedules, a supportive team, and the opportunity to do work that truly matters. Because sometimes the smallest moments, a conversation, a meal, a helping hand, make the biggest difference. Join a team that values compassion, professionalism, and purpose. Apply today at adaptivevitalcare.com. Again, that's adaptivevitalcare.com. Adaptive Vital Care Solutions. Care that adapts to life wherever you are.
Awesome radio. Yeah, it's awesome. Awesome. Can you feel it? Awesome. Awesome.
Yes, welcome back. In case you just stumbled on this channel, you're tuned into Pitt Perspectives, and this is Awesome Radio Network. Yes, you're worldwide and global. Yes, and before we went on that break, we were in our Community Voices segment presented by Adaptive Vital Care Solutions. We're talking about big dreams and small habits, and we have our resident minister, our resident man of God, tackling that topic before we went on that break. Yes, man of God, continue, sir.
Yes, thank you very much.
Yes.
Fellow, no, we are not going to accept you into our into our man of God. You don't
Yeah, you
qualify.
can have it. You can have it.
But anyways, back to what I was saying. So I was going to talk about something. One thing I've also learned,
Yes.
personally,
Okay.
is to not discontinue or like to not dismiss or despise those little things, right? In the
Right.
sense that you look at what you want to do or whatever it is you want to be, and there is that temptation to be like, what is this little? Like let me go into the minister thing you mentioned. So like what happened with the boy that wanted to share his food, and one of the disciples came and said, oh, there's this little boy that had this
You're
5
talking about
loaves.
the Bible now?
Yes.
Oh, okay. Expected.
And 2 fishes, like, but what is this amongst, do you get? But at the end of the day, look at what it became.
Right.
So the idea is, most times there's that temptation to want to be like, if I, for example, say I read this book and I spend just I want to make it a bit more ridiculous, say 15 minutes every day reading something, right? It looks really small, but by the end of the week, you would see how far you've gone. You will see the progress you've made.
Right.
And because because in preparing for the summer, there was one of the things I was trying to do is, okay, let me look for, because my entire semester has been about school for the most part. Like, is that, like Victor mentioned, is that you're always trying to submit an assignment, you're always trying to do something. So it consumes most of my time. And I'm saying, okay, I'm going to the summer. I still have research work to do, but I have more free time on my hand. So let me plan my summer and what are the things I would like to do. And one of the things I was looking at is that, why have I not done a lot of those things even in my semester?
Right.
I realized that it's not the fact that I don't have. Of course, I'm busy with schoolwork, but there are pockets of time. See, there are 15 minutes gaps, there are 20 minutes gaps that you're not doing anything. Right? And in most of those times, I'm like, if I start reading, I know that I will not get more than maybe 15 minutes in this break window I have. If I start reading now, then after maybe 10 minutes, I'll not drop the book and go again. Like, it feels too little for me to want to commit into something serious. So I'll just use that 15 minutes. I just sit down. Sometimes I'm scrolling on my phone and just scrolling away, right? But that little time, the truth is, if you use it, it looks small, but it's useful in the long run. So I'm personally even still learning it, because I don't even do it now. Because when the time feels small, like it's 15 minutes, 10 minutes, I'll be like, what is 10 minutes? If I start reading something serious now, can I even bring myself to get into something serious before that time even elapses? Do you understand? So there's that, temptation to want to despise that little time. But that's where that's where it counts.
I see what you mean. I think if I remember correctly, there's a word for it. This is like compounding.
Yes.
I think it was Charlie Munger. I don't know if you know Charlie Munger. No. He's the partner. He's passed now. He's the partner to the guy that owns Berkshire Hathaway, the popular guy. What's his name? From Omaha, Nebraska.
I know the person you're talking about.
Yes. I don't know. I see his face, but
he's going to
right.
come.
So he talks about how, it's a well-known thing. People say it's like the eighth wonder of the world, compounding. Like everything compounds.
Warren Buffett.
Yes, yeah. Warren Buffett. Yes, everything compounds, right? Think about us here trying to build a world-class community radio and podcast brand, and how we started. I'm seeing like memories on Facebook from like last year. Like this time last year, we were talking about what's next after graduation, because it was graduation weekend. See what I mean? We are 1 year into it, and chances are, I think even as a person, I'm a better person from being here every week. The consistency, and then maybe 2 years down the line, we make it big, obviously, as we would, because all of those things compound. You get what I mean? That consistency. So I guess I'd like to have us maybe talk a little about why people struggle with consistency.
Yes.
I know you're the senior pastor here, but we have a junior, someone who's actually preached, back in South Africa. So what do you think? And as somebody who knows about consistency, because I imagine he's been consistently, even though he sucks at basketball, he's been sort of doing that consistently somewhat, and then the gym thing as a gym rat. But what do you think, Gen Z?
Thank you for that introduction. My
You're
senior-
welcome.
Yes. So I think it's good to say that it's the one thing people I think struggle with consistency is because of commitment, and people generally are afraid of commitments. You know, people will go on to say, "Oh, in the new world, Gen Z, they're afraid of commitments. They just like, when it comes to relationships and all that, like commitment is a big issue,
Right.
and that's because I feel like it just means I need to do things. Just like you said, there's always something due.
Right.
So a commitment feels like I'm committing myself to something where I always have to give in. So it's that mentality and then you fight it. Like you, at the back of your mind, you're like, I don't want to commit to this because it takes so much. Like you go through all the cons,
Right.
Yeah.
and then even if you go through the pros, but when you go through the cons, each con just keeps demotivating and demotivating.
Right.
And before you know it, you're begging to this.
That's
loop of-
interesting.
Yeah.
That's interesting. So you talk about motivation. So I'll start from you and then piggyback to your senior colleague, minister here. Are habits more important than motivation? Do you think? Because we talked about motivation now.
Yes,
versus, the
I
habit.
think habit is more important than motivation. I'll tell you why.
Okay.
There are many times in my lifetime where I've gone to YouTube and
Your
looked up a motivation.
lifetime. You're only just 18 or 19. What's your lifetime? Like he's like some 80 something year old. In my life, remove the time. I'll go ahead.
In my long-lived lifetime.
Be careful what you wish for.
Yes, in my long-lived lifetime.
A whole 21 years. But
I have gone to YouTube, for example, and watched motivational videos.
Okay.
Some of these videos lift your spirit.
Right.
Yes.
Right.
Like they make
Even though sometimes it's cheesy though, but yeah.
no,
there's actually one I listen to almost
Yes.
every day.
Oh, yeah,
That's
which
really
one is
good.
that?
Jim Ron.
Oh yeah, Jim Ron. Yeah, he's one of my
Jim Ron
favorite.
is
Yeah, Jim Ron is amazing. Yes, I agree with Jim Ron. Yes,
Yeah,
yes.
but anyways,
I love Jim Ron.
I've watched motivational videos that made me feel like
Which one do you listen to?
I have channels. I
Naku-
don't remember their
Nakupenda.
names.
If you graduate,
Oh.
Double
What
graduate.
What you just said now is I'm not even going to. Let me not entertain any. Okay, so I watch motivation. That motivation fuels you in that moment. You
Right.
feel like you can conquer the world now,
Right.
and there's nothing that can stop you from
Right.
doing it.
Right.
As long as you start.
Right.
And then once you finish that motivation,
You run out of it.
there's like this curve of
Yeah.
where you are, like you're at the peak. Imagine
Right.
an exponential curve
Right.
that is reversed, right? And you're at the peak while listening to that motivation.
Right.
You're at the peak, right? If you're a calculus student, you know that's where x is equals to 0. And then when you go all the way down, the moment that video is done, like 5 minutes after, there's no future. You
seriously, there's no future.
But Jim Ron also talks about habits too.
Yeah.
I think
Yeah.
it's one of the
Yes.
things I remember, I mean, not to cut you short, I remember he talked about how one time, I remember he talked about how, I think he talked about the seasons, how summer will always come after spring and winter will always come and there will always be this and that. So it's consistent. The seasons are consistent. So, you shouldn't that's always going to come like that. So you should also sort of be consistent. But that's a very, very interesting. I'm glad you mentioned Jim Ron. Yes, Chandun Jr. in the chat says, network has been very bad today, but finally good to be here. Yes, so
Yes,
finally
welcome.
good to have you, Chandun Jr. Yes, who is a network guy here who
Did-
can help
did-
him fix?
Did Patrick finish? What was it?
Yeah, you.
No,
did
I
you?
didn't,
Oh,
but-
sorry. Go ahead.
we'll be
Just
going
run,
we
run.
still
we
have-
still have
yeah,
time to
we'll
wrap
be
it
going
up.
on a break shortly, but not shortly soon. But I was gonna say that well, on the contrary, motivation habits are way harder to achieve
Than
because
motivation.
than motivation. Yes.
Right, but at this point, we
Because-
are on Awesome Radio and we'll be back after the break
Yes.
with the pastor. Thank you.
It starts with something small: a missed meal, a forgotten medication, a moment where you realize your loved one shouldn't be alone. And suddenly you're asking, how do I keep them safe without taking them out of the place they love most? At Adaptive Vital Care Solutions, we help families answer that question every day. With compassionate, personalized in-home care, we support your loved one with companionship, personal care, meal preparation, and the everyday help that brings peace of mind. Because home isn't just a place, it's where dignity, comfort, and independence live. Reach out to Adaptive Vital Care Solutions for your free consultation. 252-762-1633. Again, that's 252-762-1633. Or visit adaptivevitalcare.com. Adaptive Vital Care Solutions. Care that adapts to life wherever you are.
Yes, welcome back. You're tuned into Awesome Radio Network, and this is Pitt Perspectives, the show where we share stories, celebrate culture, and inspire community from right here in Greenville to the rest of the world. We are worldwide and we're global. Yes, today we're talking about habits. We're talking about big dreams and small habits. Yes, we're asking folks if someone looked at your daily life, would they believe the dream? If someone watched your daily routine, would they believe your goals? And then what's one small habit you can start this week that actually matches your ambition? And on the studio today, as always, I have my two future ministers, AY on my right and Patrick on my left. Jesus died in between two thieves, but I'm alive and I have two ministers with me. Yes, in the chat is going down. Ngozi Ihuka says, hello, wonderful people. Good to see you all. Yes, good to see you all too. That's my mom in the chat. Always supporting. I love you, mom. Yes, Duru Precious says, Duru Pen from Abat Storytelling Hangout. Yes, we see you, Duru Pen. Yes, like I said, we're talking about big dreams and small habits. Do they match? And we're asking folks, if someone watched your daily routine, would they believe your goals? And what is one small habit you can start this week that actually matches your ambition? We've had talking points like why people struggle with consistency and if habits are more important than motivation. And yes, the next thing I wanted us to talk about, I know you probably had something to add to that.
Yes.
But I wanted you, when you get done with that, to sort of talk a little bit about how social media has like sort of a highlight culture. We have people highlight, like if you're going, there are people who make gym content or something and they just do it for the gram, and then it doesn't always sort of yes. Uchendu says, please, the questions. Yes, the questions are, if someone watched your daily routine, would they believe your goals? And then the second one is, what is one small habit you can start this week that actually matches your ambition? Yes, what is one small habit you can start this week that actually matches your ambition? And we've had talking points too. You can add to that. We've also asked, why people struggle with consistency. And we also talked about if habits are more important than motivation or vice versa. And the senior pastor here is going to take it away and talk about social media and highlight culture.
So I was going to get into the idea of consistency. First things first. Yes, I agree with the general idea that people struggle with consistency. On the other side, I wouldn't say people struggle generally with consistency, because at the end of the day, you are consistent at something. It might not be the right things
at eating.
For example, Victor just mentioned what is consistent at, and we all have, different things like that we are consistent at doing. Like you mentioned that, and other things like, so the first thing is, you might be doing things that are not adding up to what you want. So you are not consistent at the right things. But at the end of the day, you are consistent at doing something.
Right.
So for example, if you are supposed to be reading or you're supposed to be studying as a student and you are not, and you're doing that continuously, it means you are being consistent at being, lazy, quote unquote, or at being irresponsible with your academics. So that's consistency. You are doing it every day, making sure that, I miss my classes, making sure that that's why are you laughing? You are putting in your effort to make sure that you don't attend classes, you don't do your assignments, you don't read, and you keep doing that all through the semester. That is consistency.
Right.
It's just being consistent at the wrong things. On the other side is you want to be consistent at the right things. Now, I'm talking about motivation. I understand the fact that, yes, like Patrick said, I agree with him. having the habits or having that structure of this is what I do regardless is more important than being motivated. At the end of the day, or let me say, or however, motivation has its place and it's important. Like you mentioned, we talked about Jim Rohn just now. The idea that it's just like for people that in Nigeria understand the idea of jump starting a car. Right. There are times that the car is not working. Right, and you try to start it, it's not starting.
I mean, even here they jumpstart cars.
Okay,
too,
you get the idea. So it's not starting now. If you jumpstart it, you can keep running it regularly, like how it's supposed to run, at least for that period. Right. So the idea of motivation is just like that jumpstart, where it helps you to start something. Then it now takes you
to keep it
going. But at least it helps you start, which is, I think that's the place of motivation. In as much as you can't live on it. Right, you can't be jump starting. if you own a car that you have to jump start,
the plug is bad. You need to change the plug or something.
Do you get? So you can't live, but at least you need every now and again. You need that head start, that thing that fires you up. I'll give you an example. I think it was last summer. I was trying to get into the program and doing a lot of things. And I needed that, in fact, that was when I discovered Jim Rohn, actually.
Oh, okay.
I needed that motivation just to, keep myself together and keep going till I get the program and everything. And there was a book I read from Strive Masiria. It's on, by the way, we've not even mentioned Atomic Habits, and we're talking about
habits. Yeah, anyways, James Clear,
yeah, but go back to the book is on how to, start a billion dollar business in Africa.
Oh, wow.
And it was written by it wasn't written by Strive Mass. Okay, it was written by, so the book is not written by Strive itself, but the person that wrote it took Strive's writings.
Okay.
So because it was talking in first person and it was Strive talking in the book.
Okay.
So but it was, let me say, compiled by someone else, but written by that's the way to put it. Compiled by someone else.
Strive?
I don't. But
I think it's from Zimbabwe or something.
Yes, it's from Zimbabwe.
He used to own
Econet. Yeah. I think he still owns Econet.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. So, and bro, you need to read that book. It was so powerful. Like, I want
so powerful that you started a billion-dollar company in Africa.
Like Victor, like Patrick said, sorry. There is something it does to you. Like, it just gives you perspective that it's possible.
Right.
Even though I've not started the billion-dollar business, but there are things that I've always wanted to do, and in my head, I'm like, how am I going to do this?
Right.
That book kind of gave me a picture to see that these things, your dreams or whatever it is you think, they are high, lofty ideas.
It's possible.
They're actually reachable. There are things that you can do. He narrated how he moved from just being a regular 9-to-5 worker to becoming who he is today. And I'm like, yeah, these things are not out of reach. Like these are things that are possible, and that's what motivation does. Like when you read those kind of motivational books or you listen to motivational speakers like Jim Rohn, these are things that helps you to see what is possible and then helps you to jumpstart. Then the real work now starts when you have to maintain those habits.
Right.
Yeah.
So that's an amazing stuff. Yes, Chidindu from About Storytelling Hangout. We see you, Chidindu, in the chat. Yes, Muchendu Jojo says motivation will help start the journey, but habits are what keep you moving when motivation disappears. Yes, that is true. So something else I wanted us to just mention, and if you can, I mean, I know you all can hear us and see us. I'd like you all to drop your opinions too in the chat. The danger of wanting fast results. Because think about it, when you talk about habits, habits by the very definition means you're not seeing results in the instant. I mean, again, we talked about even on this show how to be able to even get our first endorsement, we had to get 3 months of free airtime. Shout out to Akila, and all that. So it's easy to start thinking about, you've started this today. You need to see the muscles because you're lifting weights today and all that. And I think that's true for everything else too. So, do you all want to talk about some of the danger? I mean, this guy is an upcoming content creator on TikTok. Yeah, I see him. I saw one of his contents about, I think, the canvas. Canvas.
Oh, he did? Yeah. Oh, it was nice. Yeah.
It was nice, man.
I think, no, it
was nice when
it actually went.
It was
mini
nice,
viral.
man.
Yes. I get what you're doing.
Said if the guy that attacks canvas should help him.
But that's hilarious though. If the guy was cooked in
Funny thing is, I was so busy. And then I saw a post talking about Canvas. I'm like, what is this guy saying? Then I went to my Canvas, and my Canvas was down. Immediately, I saw Canvas was down, and a content idea came to mind.
Yeah.
And I stopped everything I was doing. I just shot it because I knew that it's going on now. People are going through it now.
Yes, and people
so
are
it's
talking
going
about
to
it,
it's going to.
And
catch
this
on.
also speaks to that whole thing around about habits.
Yeah.
How it was easy to sort of get that out because you're already consistent
because-
with
yes,
putting content
yes,
out.
yes,
So you're able
yes,
to
yes.
sort of have
Yes, that is
I
very
mean, I've
true,
had
yeah.
someone ask us, how are we able to do this show every week? I mean, we have to do top community news recap.
Yeah.
We have to post in the week and all those things. How are you able to do it? But once you get into that flow, yes, I'll let you come back to it. Abide and Pray always says, late comer here, thanks to network. Wow. Do you all live in the same vicinity? Oh yeah. All right. What's that danger of quick success? Is that the question? Well, that's one of the talking points. Abide and Pray always. The questions we're talking about big dreams and small habits. Do they match? And we're asking folks, if someone watched your daily routine, would they believe your goals? And then we're also asking folks, what is one small habit you can start this week that actually matches your ambition? I think you all haven't answered that question.
Yes,
What
but
is
before
one-
there was something
Yes.
else you mentioned that
Okay.
we're supposed to talk about
what's that?
now. I'm trying.
Yeah. Was it the danger of wanting fast results?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah, I also have a lot to say on that.
Yeah, I'm sure you have a lot to say about everything. Well, go ahead.
This guy is okay. So, anyways, yeah, I think the danger with quick success is that it makes you forget the steps that it takes to achieve something,
Right,
or
right.
it takes away from appreciating the process of getting to the
Right.
result.
Right.
That's what, because even when I'll give an example of myself. When I went on my TikTok journey, and I think my first 2 months, I was posting, but I was posting like one video maybe every other day, right? Expecting big results.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I mean,
That's crazy. Of
like
you.
anybody, you post. It's not easy to start posting on social media.
Yeah, it's
But once you do it, you feel like you're owed this, and then you see other people create too, and you're like, they're doing this, and that's exactly what I'm doing. Why am I not getting my props?
Right.
It's like these people have been consistent for years.
Right.
Yeah.
Like when you see somebody with 400,000 followers, it's not something they built overnight. It's something that took a lot. And so, if my TikTok all of a sudden has 1 million followers, and I didn't go through this process, because there was a big difference. Over the summer, I was posting consistently every day, at least 3 videos a day.
Even when it
That's-
doesn't make sense.
Yes, even when it didn't make sense. Yes, and that's when I got that 1.6 million view video. It was consistency after consistency after consistency.
It's like how they say the more shots you take, the more you can
Yes,
get lucky.
exactly.
or
Yeah, so
something.
it's about that. So quick success takes away from the discipline. Somebody's saying something in the comments.
And that's I'm going to bring this to maybe just tie with
Hold on, before you say that, let's just get to the chat. Because Ihuka said, don't forget that too. Motivation is very good and gives the energy that propels someone to do more than expected and stay afloat.
Yeah.
If you didn't know, you would know this person is related to me because it sounds like me. I'm kidding.
Exactly.
But
Yes.
shut your
Yeah, I'm glad you saw
shut
it.
your
Yes.
buka cavity. Motivation is very good and gives the energy that propels someone to do more than expected and stay afloat. Yes, true
Please,
that.
guys, wait.
Do we agree?
Yes, please.
Yes, I agree.
We're going to sidetrack for a little bit. Ava, we'll come back to you. So, what he just said is shut your buccal cavity. I'll take it back. So, in 9th grade, our math teacher was super strict. Like, we all feared her so much. Because she would beat the hell out of us. Because she could. She was a good teacher. All our parents loved her and all that. So,
Right.
they gave her the permission and all that.
Right.
But we were so afraid of her. But she made us such a good class. But I don't know. I have my moments. There was a time that one of our classmates was being loud. And she got pissed at him. But then he was, I don't know, we had some sort of banter. So I yelled out to him, shut your pit hole. The whole class laughed so hard. She laughed, like, for the first time.
Oh yeah.
We laughed that she laughed.
That was surprising.
Yes. Like, it was just, I was like, bro, what did I just say?
Oh,
I didn't
yeah?
even realize I had said it.
Yeah.
And the whole class just went. So that.
Oh
just
yeah,
brought
I
back all those
unlocked
memories.
memory.
Yes,
That's what
yes.
I do a lot of
Yes,
times.
yes,
you know,
Victor's
I
good at
unlock
unlocking
your
memories,
memories.
especially bad and good, but
Mostly
please,
bad.
anyway,
Don't spoil it. So Abide and Pray always said wanting fast results can make people ignore the process. Yes, that builds lasting success. Quick success without discipline, patience, and growth is often difficult to sustain. You all agree?
absolutely. I agree.
Yes. All right. Go ahead.
So bringing it down to quick success, and you mentioned social media earlier.
Right.
I think there is a culture that is brewing, which is the idea of quick success. Let me say quick success, getting things done faster,
Right.
which is a good
Fast
thing.
food mentality.
Yes, which it's supposed to be a good thing, but it has its own downsides, and this is one of it.
Right.
Building the discipline to get things done. We live in a generation where you can sit down, type on one AI chatbot, and then what would take somebody maybe 5 days to research by paper and books, you can get in
Less than a minute.
in seconds.
Yeah.
Yeah, and there is
And it will
the-
tell you,
Ah,
thinking for 16 seconds.
yes.
It'll tell you.
Do you get like?
Yeah.
And it's interesting because somehow it's making people to be less aware, and it's stopping people from doing their thinking. People are now delegating their thinking to AI and all of that.
Right.
That in itself, it's building this habit where you get things done fast,
Right.
and you are not putting in effort to get things done. If you keep doing that long enough, it will get to a point where you will not be able to get things done by yourself again. You become so self-dependent and so self-reliant on AI and technology generally. And we've talked about this.
Right.
I don't want to overflog it.
Right.
But we've talked about the use of technology and our interaction with social media and all of that.
Right.
It's when it comes to even information, for example, there was a time that we had to wait till maybe 4 p.m. and maybe the next news is coming out maybe by 9 p.m.
Right.
And after that one, the next one is by. You have to wait for those times to even get information across.
Right.
But now, just go on X or what is going on
Yep.
in Washington.
Yep.
Right. I feel like slowly we are building a culture. We are building habits of, if I don't get things, I can get it as a stamp of my finger.
In the moment.
It doesn't. It's eroding us that privilege to be able to work for things and learn habits that will make us into better people at the end of the day.
That's amazing. So let's see the danger of someone says Ngozi Ihuka says, however, self-motivation is the best. It leads to a sustainable success. Agreed? Self-motivation.
Yes.
Yeah, okay.
Yes.
Yeah. So James Brooks Studio says the danger of rushing is ending up with results you are not prepared to sustain. I think someone mentioned something like that. And James Brooks Studio says Uche did not post the link early today. Yes, please, Uche, post the link early next time. Yes. Yes, I was going to talk about something. I think we've talked a lot about the process, but I feel like on some level there is beauty in the process. There is some joy that comes from
Yes.
sort of. I mean, I can't tell you how much fulfilling it is to sort of see, even for us, how small we started. If you remember the first conversation at I think it was the CLCE office, like a day or two before the first show, and we were very, very strict on like, hey, we should get a script together, and also we are not winging it. So I still remember those first times to we've had the car towed, you know,
I
you
remember
see what I
that.
mean? So it's a whole, all of those processes sort
Yes.
of makes it feel so valuable. You have stories to tell versus, and then chances are when we get as big or as whatever as we planned to get, those are stories that make you reflect on the journey and like, oh, you have scars for days to tell about these things. And I think there's something about that. So just before we sort of round off, I wanted to talk about the second question. So, what is one small habit, Patrick? Let's start with you now. What is one small habit you can start this week that actually matches your ambition, or one that you already started that sort of matches your ambition? And then, if you're in the chat too, feel free to, drop yours.
I would say by the end of the time I'm done with this statement, Nike is going to play a role in what I'm going to say.
Nike.
Yes, Nike. Okay.
Just
So-
do it.
Yeah, he gets it. So, for example, I'm one person who's health conscious. That's why I
Okay.
go to the gym and all that.
Okay.
But before even my gym journey or whatever, I used to I learned that sleeping on your back is healthier
Oh, yeah?
than sleeping on your stomach, which is very counterintuitive.
Who sleeps on their stomach?
But
You will be
it's more
surprised.
comfortable, trust me.
Right.
It's
I don't
very
know.
comfortable to sleep on your stomach.
Oh, yeah.
Wow.
And so I then tried to sleep on my back.
Okay.
Before I knew it, in the morning when I woke up, I was on my belly again. And I tried it,
I think
and tried
sleep
it,
on
and tried
my
it, and
side.
tried it, and
Yeah,
tried it.
that's too.
And it's like, it's because people don't realize it. a habit takes at least 21 days
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
to sustain for it to become a habit. So you have to fight every
Consistent,
day
yeah.
for 21 days. It's a long time.
it
So I had to practice being on my back for for the longest time. And then before I realized it, I became comfortable sleeping on my back. And so that was a good journey.
Hallelujah,
So
somebody.
what I wanted to say is the one thing you can do is just do it. No matter how hard it is, you need to just do it. It's going to be
Right.
uncomfortable. It's going to be, but just do it.
Right.
That's-
At the end of the day,
At the end of the day is going
It's
to
gonna
end. So
end.
just do it.
So, let's. I mean, I assume.
there is a lot of wisdom in that statement, but let's continue.
Right. So I assume with your content creation journey, it's, you're
Yes.
doing one thing every
I
week.
just
sort of
had to do it,
keep
yeah.
that going. So what about you? What's one, even if it's one you've already started that actually matches your ambition?
So I think for me, it's reading.
Okay.
Yeah, reading, especially those motivational books.
And Bible, yeah.
Yeah, of course, that one is not it's not negotiable. I read my Bible every day. So I feel like reading those books more, because in the course of the semester,
Right.
I was not able to keep up as much. But
Yeah, we're
let's
still
go on.
live on Awesome Radio Network, and this is Pitt Perspectives. We get to the final lap after the break. Boom.
Thank you for listening to the Awesome Radio Network from whatever means you're listening. We're on the call sign of WECU 1570 AM and 107.5 FM, Greenville, Winterville, the Pitt County area, and parts of Kinston. On WNOS at 1450 AM and 102.3 FM, Newbern, Bayboro, Havelock, Pollocksville. On WBISLP 106.9 FM, our Hispanic Christian radio. On WYLT 100.3 FM, Rocky Mount, Nash, Edgecombe County. Don't forget, we are worldwide and global at awesomeradionetwork.org. Do you have something to say? A message for the masses? Reach us at 252-756-3137. That's 252-756-3137. We are Awesome Radio Network, where God gets the glory.
Yes, welcome back, welcome back. This is the final lap of your favorite weekend show on Awesome Radio Network. This is Pitt Perspectives. Yes, let's get to the charts. Uchendu Junior says, I'm a video editor and thought leader, and after this show, I will start putting out video editing tips and some of my thoughts on video. Thanks for this conversation. Yes, thank you too. We're glad we were able to sort of get you thinking about those things. Abide and Pray always says, most people struggle with consistency because they rely on feelings instead of structure. Small habits done daily, usually, I don't know, you can post the rest of that, but I imagine those things, small habits done daily usually compounds or something of that nature. Okay. Yes, it's been an amazing conversation, guys. What do you guys think?
Yes. So just to
Round
wrap
up?
up what I was
Right.
saying earlier. So I mentioned you were asking, habits that you could start
Yes,
doing.
yes.
I think so. I mentioned for me the reading, because I've seen it work.
Right.
Like I know that when I read those books, there's always something to learn. There's always something new to get from it. So I think that's enough motivation to want to do more of it, because it helps me to, And I also noticed that now I've begun to realize that I prefer to read like actual
Books?
Paper.
Right.
paper books.
Paperback.
Yeah, because usually I would read online. Sometimes I do Kindle, but more recently I realized that I think holding the book has
Yeah, it
this,
feels
it gives you
sentimental,
this,
yeah.
and then it takes you away from your device.
Well,
That's
that part
take
too.
you away from distractions too. So that
Right,
works too. So
right.
I think I'll do more. I bought some books already, so I know that I'm
Hallelujah.
covered for the summer.
Amazing stuff. Yes. Shout out to
And then, sorry, the fact that I've
Yeah.
invested my money too is another
Yeah, that
motivation,
part
because I know
too.
that I've spent money to buy this
That
book, so you
part
have to
too.
read it, right?
Yes.
So that works too.
Just sorry.
Yeah, go
before,
ahead,
Let
go
me not
ahead.
cut you off.
Go ahead.
Some small habits, especially for this guy wants to start working out.
Yes, please help my life.
Yes, a small motivation is I've started doing this too. Is I text myself every time I go take a shower. So before I go take a shower, I have to do at least 50 push-ups.
Okay.
So that's my ticket to go take the shower. If I don't do 50 push-ups, I can't go and take the shower. And if I know I have to take a shower, I have to do the push-ups. So it's a non-negotiable
Right.
thing.
Right.
So just
I'll
put the
just
push-ups
sell like
then.
small weights
Yeah,
and
and
stuff.
you can start with 5 push-ups.
Should I
and then
tell
10.
you why this is interesting for? Because there are times I'm rushing, especially when the semester is
Yes,
on.
when you're
right?
rushing, you do 5
I'm-
push-ups.
Because I'm supposed to, okay, you stay on campus. I don't stay on campus. I know that the bus, if I miss the bus, I'll wait 30 minutes. So
Right.
there is this urgency of, Baba, enter this to get out so that you don't miss your bus. So there's that.
Yes, amazing conversations, man. Amazing conversations, especially from our two, feature ministers in the building. Yes, once again, shout out to all our presenting sponsors, and shout out, Carolina Arthritis Center and Adaptive Vital Care Solution, and special shout out to Awesome Radio Network too. For continuing to create a space for real community conversations right here in Eastern North Carolina. Yes, upcoming community events.
Yes,
We have the East Carolina Village and Farm Museum Vendor Market today from 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. at 4570 County Home Road in Greenville. Yes, they're also looking for vendors for upcoming 2026 market. So if you've got products, crafts, or a small business, this could be a great opportunity to link up with the East Carolina Village and Farm Museum Vendor Market. Yes, moving on.
Okay, it says on May 14th, the Farmville Public Library is hosting a craft night and craft swap from 6:30 p.m. to 8 p.m. So you try different crafts, swap materials with other creators, and enjoy a creative night with the community. Registration is free, but
Yes.
it's required.
Yes, we also have Greenville United versus Charlottetown Hops.
Yes.
Greenville United is back in action Saturday evening,
Yes,
taking
tonight.
that is tonight,
Yeah.
taking on Charlottetown Hops at John Paul II Stadium. The kickoff is from 5:30 p.m. to 7:30 p.m. Expect local soccer, family fun, great energy, and a strong community atmosphere. If you've never been to a Greenville United game, this is a great time to experience it.
Yes, and as always, tonight at 6 p.m. we'll be
Yes.
having a graduation reception.
Victor's
for
graduation reception.
Myself
actually.
and other graduating international students at
Yeah.
St. James United Methodist Church, 2000 East Street. Come out and celebrate me on my second master's degree, and please bring your gifts.
Victor is hosting us tonight, so please come out and enjoy yourself. Can come and see Victor.
Someone is hosting someone.
Victor is hosting us all.
Please don't be setting me up. Yes, as we close today's show, remember this: big dreams are important, but small habits are what carry us there. Growth usually happen one decision at a time, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And sorry to add. Are you done?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he's done.
Yes. So to add to that, I was going to also talk about putting up a structure. I think someone
Right.
already mentioned that already. It's important to put up a structure, something that you can fit in, and also don't be too over ambitious with it, because there are times that you said, "Oh, I want to do this,"
Yeah,
and you
then
make it's a lot.
Yeah.
I think
Don't set unrealistic
Yeah, I
goals,
think you should
yeah.
always
Unrealistic
learn to
goals,
start
yeah.
small. That way, it's easier to build consistency. I
Right.
think that's like the way to go about it. Making sure
Dream
that you
big, start small.
dream. Yeah, it's important to start small and make sure that there is a structure around it, and it's okay.
Yes.
By social time, putting a time to it is also very important. Make sure
Yes,
that
I
by
forgot
this
it,
time,
but
this is what I'm doing.
What's that?
I forgot it. I don't want to go into politics, but somebody said a good motto would be to under promise and over deliver.
Yeah, it's a.
Yeah.
That's what I do too.
Mm.
Under promise and
You are
over-deliver.
you are the opposite to you.
Over
Over promise and under
over
No,
deliver, right?
over promise and under deliver.
See, from today I'll be under promising and under delivering in your life. Yeah. But yes, thank you again to Carolina Arthritis Center, Adaptive Vital Care Solutions, Kuru Creatives LLC, and of course, Awesome Radio WECU and WNOS in New Bern. Yes, you've been listening to Pitt Perspectives, Local Stories, Global Stage. And yes, our website is live now. You can check us out on pittperspectives.com. Yes, feel free to check out the website and feel free to drop your messages. And we're everywhere. Talking about consistency, bro. Building a community, building a page on LinkedIn is something else. But guess what? We are almost on 100 followers on LinkedIn. Amazing stuff. It's been such a great time. See you, same station next week. Boom.